My name is David Twombly. My wife's Lynn. We started several small businesses. We both grew up outside of the Portland metro area, and we wanted to live in a smaller community, so we're on Florence, Oregon on the coast. Because we live in a small community, that was what our desire was, is we said, okay, how are we going to make it here? It's harder to sustain a good living if you're not running your own business.
My name's Lynn Twombly. I'm co-owner of Central Coast Disposal and co-owner of All About Olives.
It took several years. First we tried a diaper service, and diaper service somewhat worked. It was almost the same as if we had a job. The opportunity arose at a point in time for us to start a garbage company, and we started that.
I'm the, I guess you consider, office manager. I love doing bookkeeping. I've taken several business classes. Dave is more like the operational manager, I guess you'd say. He's the guy out here managing the drivers and the trucks.
Florence, Oregon has always had two garbage companies, or has for years, and the city wanted it that way. They believed in the American dream, they believed in competition. Well, a large corporation came and they bought out both of what you would call mom and pop garbage companies. Well, I had worked for one for about 9 years, and when it actually sold, I was a foreman on a construction company at the time. It wasn't that it was forward thinking that a garbage company is what I want to do. But all my customers, old customers, I would see them in the supermarket, I'd see them at the hardware store, and they'd be like, you need to start a garbage company, you need to start a garbage company. And after you hear that about 100 times, the light finally gets full and says, you know what? You want to be your own boss and you want to have your own business, you've tried it before. Then the hard part was going out and getting the funds to do it. It was bold and gutsy, and I stuck my neck out there as far as I could stick it, and it turned out that it worked. For the first 3 years, we were living on borrowed money, essentially. But by the end of the third year, it started making money, and by about the 8th year, we built a 9,600 square foot facility that's on 2 acres. We're still continuing to grow from there. I came up against things that were a surprise as it was. If I wasn't already in an industry that I knew how to do, I wouldn't have made it. So whenever anybody asks me, I want to start a business, the first thing out of my mouth is make sure you do what you know. Since then, we've done some property management type deals, and we've also started All About Olives.
We vacation in Sisters, Oregon every winter. There's a little olive and nut company there that we always shopped at. We got the idea, hey, this is something that could really fly in Florence because of the huge tourist industry here. About 3 months later, we had our store open.
So I got a hold of the people that own Sisters Olives and Nuts, and I said, how much money would you charge me for me to see your proprietary information? Meaning where you get your orders from, what your gross sales were, what your net was.
The Sisters Nut and Olive Company gave us all their proprietary information. They were so generous.
I showed it to my wife, and my wife says, I want to do it. We're going to do it.
We talked to a buddy of ours that has a restaurant in Bay Street, and he had a 300 square foot storage area that he wasn't using, and that's where we put our olive store. We also sell balsamic vinegars, olive oils. We have new glassware now that we sell. We sell dips and tapenades.
Don't ever expect it to be immediate. After about 3 years, your reward will come your direction. You have to have patience. You have to have some finances going into it, and believe in yourself, and in the end, it'll be there.